Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about some of the best features from Sword and Shield so far. And I'm joined today with my friend Curse Shaka. Some of you may already know him, but if you don't, I'll let him introduce himself.
What's up, guys? My name's Chris Shaka. That's it. That's all I got for intro for you. It's your channel.
What's up, guys? All right, so basically today we're going to be talking about a couple different things. I guess the thing that I really want to talk about most is probably camping and wild areas with friends. I think majority of people have probably already know about the wild areas unless you live under a rock. But like honestly, I think this is going to be one of the coolest features in the game, in any Pokemon game ever. I think that if you ask any Pokemon player, they would tell you that like we've wanted a kind of multiplayer experience forever, not necessarily full on, but just being able to like bring someone into your world to experience it with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
think
agree.
like I think it's just going to be like really exciting to be just have a group of your friends join your game, and for shiny hunters just go out there and shiny hunt, battle. You know, we'll have the camping and all that stuff. We can make some curry.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't. What are you most excited about for those areas?
I think it's going to be very interesting to see how it all works when everybody's together. Because, like you said, like obviously there's not going to be any voice chat in these games. But, like, being able to get into a Discord call and being together in the wild area is going to be pretty solid. It's going to be fun to see, like, if we can both, like, encounter wild Pokemon at the same time. And, like you said, shiny hunt at the same time. Like, obviously you could do raid battles together. But you could, in theory, like, in person, challenge yourself to catching shiny Pokemon, for example. That would be crazy to me. And then you could,
and it's kind of like, sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say, and then you could like go to the curry, like do curry together, and like I'm assuming the curry is what's gonna be like the EV training. So like then you could just cook curry together and EV train your Pokemon together.
Yeah. Oh, the thing I'm wondering is like, how do spawns work? Are they client side or are they server side? And meaning like, if I see a Pidgey in front of me, is the person that I'm playing with also going to see that same exact Pidgey, or do they get their own spawns? That's the thing that we still are not sure about.
Yeah, I'd assume it.
I would say
I would assume that it's like you see your thing and they see their thing, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, because I mean that's going to definitely change and affect how people shiny hunt together.
For sure.
At a certain point, you got to wonder like, hey, am I at a disadvantage if I shiny hunt with more people? I mean, yes, it's more fun. It's cool for content creators like us, because we can do stuff together. But, some people are going to be like, yo, this dude just jacked my shiny.
Yeah.
Like, he just runs up and just takes it,
Yeah.
Like, people are going to be mad. But I actually think that sounds great. Like, just have Team Rocket people running around.
I know, right? That'd be crazy.
Okay, so we basically covered just about everything with that. I guess kind of leading into that as well is the high-level enemy spawning in wild areas. Now, I recently found out that you cannot catch these mons.
Yeah, you can't. They'll smack those balls away.
Yeah. It's kind of disappointing, but I mean, it's like, really, what did we expect? Did we really think that we were going to be able to, catch a level 40 when we have, like, level 9s?
Mm-hmm.
Like, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. So, I think, that part kind of sucks, but at the same time, I like the idea that it makes the world feel more lived in. It makes the game feel like, I don't know, like in regular RPGs and stuff like that, you can make a wrong turn and find way stronger enemies that you just have to come back to later.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the idea of, like, in a real Pokemon world, there are just going to be Pokemon that exist that are way stronger than what you're necessarily prepared for.
Yeah. No, the way I see it right now, it's kind of like in Red and Blue, whenever you went up like against a Snorlax, if you used like a regular Pokeball, it wouldn't even like jiggle at all. You'd have to like use a Great Ball or an Ultra Ball or better like that.
Yeah.
So that's the way I see it, kind of, except for maybe you just have to progress a little bit further through the game instead of like which Pokeball you use.
Yeah. Well, if I'm not mistaken, in the original games, wasn't like if you threw a ball at Mewtwo, couldn't he just smack it away? Or like they just didn't work?
Yeah, I think like something like that. It just sometimes didn't work.
Yeah, I remember very vaguely, but
which
I'll put something in right here if that's true.
I wonder if like these Pokemon, like the only thing I'm curious about is like if these Pokemon from the wild area, right? Let's say you access the wild area, and let's say like you trade with a friend. Let's say you get the capability of trading with a friend early on. Assuming you can because you go to the wild area. Let's say your friend trades you a Pokemon holding a Master Ball. Like, can't you just use a Master Ball against one of these high-level Pokemon?
Yeah, I guess
I
maybe.
don't know. Like we wouldn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's so much we don't know yet, which is like, there's probably going to be way cooler features that we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah.
I didn't even put Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing on this list now that I think about it.
True.
Which I guess, I feel like I like the addition of it. It feels much better than Z moves in my opinion, but it doesn't feel as good as Mega Evolutions.
Yeah.
They almost feel like the same thing, but like, I don't know. I feel like we could have just built off Megas. That's a whole different video though, I think.
It is.
Another thing kind of building off the wild areas thing is being able to use your PC in the wild areas. We've gotten so accustomed to using PCs in Let's Go wherever you want that, like, I can't go back now. Like, I love that part.
Yeah.
But at the same time, having to go back to town and stuff is nice once in a while, too.
Yeah, it sometimes is, but I agree. Like, the fact that the wild area is so big and you can just access your box in there while you're there without having to go anywhere, it's definitely just very convenient. It seems like we're going to be there a lot. So the fact that we're going to be in the wild area so much for so many things, and maybe shiny hunting, grinding, maybe chaining and so on and so forth, having the box is just going to be super convenient.
Yeah. And that kind of leads into going to Pokemon centers. The Pokemon centers in this game look absolutely amazing. Like, the design of them is just fantastic. Inside, they look like these like quaint little coffee shops. Kind of looks like they built a little bit off the Sun and Moon design. And they also allow you to nickname your Pokemon at any Pokemon Center, from what we know.
Yeah.
Unless it's been, misrepresented in some way. But I'm super looking forward to that. I mean, it's not a huge deal, I know, for a lot of people, but, it's one of those things where it's like, having to trek out to wherever the name raider is every single time you want to name a Pokemon is kind of annoying.
It is.
So it'd be nice to just, like, completely remove that part. Especially for, like, LPs, because, people like me forget to name their Mons all the time.
I do that all the time as well.
Yeah. So, next on our list, next thing on my list, guess what? It's gyms and challenges.
Yes.
So, I'm currently speaking with the man, Curse Shaka, and he has played the demo.
Yes.
So, tell us a little bit about why gyms and challenges are special this time around.
They're special because before Sun and Moon, we obviously just had regular gyms, and all gyms have had some sort of like challenge or mini game, whether it be like Lieutenant Surge's like trash bin challenge, or complete this puzzle, so on and so forth. But this time around, it seems like they've fused like trials from Alola with like the actual gym, I guess, puzzles / challenges / actual battles. And what I mean by that is, obviously with the demo, we only played Nessa's gym. But the way it was set up, it was like a simple puzzle, like any other normal regular gym you'd do. But the thing that set it aside was that once you completed the puzzle, you actually got like recognized for it. Like you walked up to a podium kind of sort of thing, or you walked up some stairs and like smoke blew up and it was like, congratulations, you have completed the challenge. And then you could take on,
cool.
then you could take on the gym leader, and you had like a separate cutscene
like
for
that.
So the fact that it's kind of like they're fusing trials with gym battles. Now, the thing that might make this a little bit cooler or better, if you want to say, would be if, like, instead of just those regular puzzles, you had other stuff. Like, there's leaks, obviously, or rumors going around saying that you have to herd or gather a herd of sheep, of Wooloo. That would be more kin to the Alola trials. And then you actually, after that battle. So the fact that they're doing it this way does seem like they're trying to fuse the best of both worlds.
Yeah. I do kind of hope that they maybe sort of branch off of, like, how Sun and Moon had, like, a couple quests, like traditional quests.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that since they're implementing this map system, which is another new feature that's actually pretty sweet, which with an objective, like, it shows you on the map where to go.
Yeah.
Which I love, because half the time, and I know everybody out there has done it at some point or another, you put down a game for a couple months, you come back, and you have no idea where you left off.
Exactly.
That's going to make things so much better. But on top of that, I think, like, that allows them to introduce quests on, like, a grander scale and allow it to, like, really get fleshed out, because I feel like, if I beat a Pokemon game, we all know what the end game for Pokemon is like. There's not a ton of stuff, but it would be cool to be able to go back and do, like, all these quests, or just do them while you're playing it.
Yeah.
And just really get the most out of your play experience. So I'm kind of hoping for something like that.
Yeah.
And that kind of, I guess, leads me into my last thing, which is the game's overall just kind of feeling more like traditional JRPGs or RPGs. they've kind of always like teetered the line between the two, I feel like, and you've probably seen some of the reviews that said these games feel they sort of invoke a Final Fantasy, type of vibe, and at some points because of some of the features and the way that the game progresses and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I have to agree. Like from what we've seen so far and from the demo I played, I mean, obviously the demo was just confined to the gym, so there's not really much you could tell from that. But other than the fact that you can see there's a lot of attention to detail, at least in the early build of the demo I played, and then with the recent news that we've got, there's a lot of attention to detail, and it seems like there's a lot more than what we've expected and seen, of course, because we know like they're holding their card to their chest. I feel like these games might actually be pretty massive.
Yeah, and I think so far I'm really excited. I think they're adding so much. I just want more stuff to do. I want just flesh it out as much as possible.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the more stuff there is, the more stuff there is to do. I just want more of the game, more things to do with your Pokemon, more things to do in the world, more ways to interact with the world, all that kind of stuff, just to make it feel more and more like in depth, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that's gonna probably wrap it up for this one. Curse, thank you so much for joining me on this video, man. I appreciate it.
Sure thing, man. No problem. My pleasure.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining me on this. Peace.
Peace.